You back with me?
You there?
We're back with you.
Sunny?
Okay.
This is NASA astronaut Sunny Williams configuring a portable foot restraint outside of the International Space Station in preparation for today's first task of U.S. Spacewalk number 91. We heard earlier on the comms that her partner in this EVA, Nick Hague, has reached the rate gyro assembly, which will be removed and replaced, and that provides orientation data on all three axes of the International Space Station.
Nick, are you ready for me over there?
Yeah, I'm still in the hill. Are you back? So you got time to troubleshoot.
Yeah, Sunny, we don't have a whole lot of good workarounds here, but the feedback that I'm getting is just trying to get that collar rotated all the way, and like I see you going back and forth on the collar as well, trying to get it loosened up, and then just making sure with the WIFX also kind of moving with you a little bit that we're staying as perpendicular to it as we can as we're pulling out.
Yeah, if I can get the paddles, I'll definitely do that, but I don't know if I can get that collar all the way over to the right.
Yeah, we copy.
It's right to the edge.
This is a live view from astronaut Nick Hague's helmet camera as he looks onto the rate gyro assembly as he prepares for the removal and replacement of this unit. The priority task of today's EVA is his partner for today, and Sunny Williams continues to configure that portable foot restraint, and there you can see Williams just outside the truss system of the International Space Station continuing to work with that foot restraint.
Sunny, one last recommendation here. If you can try to rotate the collar to as far as you can get it with one hand and then squeeze the paddles with the other and just see if you get any motion in the paddles at all.
Yeah, I don't get any motion at all. So the collar's definitely not in the right place. I don't get the paddles to move at all.
And just TCV of 5.
Copy, Nick, TCV 5.
We had any problems with this one before?
So the locking collar won't even rotate on you?
Now 30 minutes into today's EVA activities as you are seeing Expedition 72 Commander and NASA astronaut Sunny Williams continuing to work on the portable foot restraint just outside the truss system of the International Space Station.
Yes, Sunny, we're thinking through it down here as well.
Williams in constant communication to troubleshoot with the team here on the ground with NASA astronaut and spaceflight communicator Jessica Whitner.
All right, Sunny, with that, it sounds like this APFR has given us trouble in the past, so you're kind of confirming something we may already know. That said, at this point, we're just going to leave it where it's at, and if you can just put it back in its original config, black on black, and then we'll get you inside the truss.
Black on black.
Copy.
And that is a live look in from the helmet camera of NASA astronaut Sunny Williams as she was just communicating with Jessica Whitner, the spacewalk communicator for today's EVA, on the portable foot restraint. As her and astronaut Nick Hague prepare for the removal and replacement of the rate gyro assembly number 2
you,
on board the
bag
orbiting
lid
laboratory.
with the integral lid tether, and then we can get you working on the RGA.
Okay.
And Sunny, for you, we're going to have you ingress the S0 truss right there through phase 1 at bay 2 and to access those RGA bolts. And then I have a caution for you not to translate on the radiator heat pipes inside the truss, and then also avoid contact with the Z93 painted surfaces.
Okay, copy that. Coming in. All right, Nick, I'm on the other side, as you can probably see.
Yep.
Get myself in position.
See some light. In Houston, you'll probably see little flakes of Z93 off this basement unit. It's like it's liberating from that same spot that was missing some before. Just edges are crumbling off.
Yeah, Nick, to confirm, that's on the new unit when you open the bag, correct?
The new unit, A-firm.
All right, Nick, I have my BRT down on 3507. My waste tether down on 3527.
Great.
Right here.
And just there's enough rigidity in the bag lid that it stays open without having to restrain it open.
Okay, copy, Nick, about the bag, and we're going to go ahead and proceed. So when you're ready, we can work to demate the connectors from RGA2, and Sunny, you can help as well if you can reach the nadir connector. But there's 2 connectors, nadir and aft, and we're going to disconnect both of them and just get good inspection on FOD, pins,
I can
EMI.
reach the nadir. My hand right on the nadir one when you guys are ready. Go ahead.
And we are ready for you to disconnect.
Over center.
Looks like good release. Over center.
This one goes towards me.
Towards you. Yep. A-firm. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Away from you. No, you were right. Towards you. I see it moving. It comes straight out. It looks like it's turning sideways a little. Try pulling back on the... No, you got it.
Okay, I see no FOD. That's an EMI band.
Good EMI band.
Let me get down and take a look underneath. Get my head in there. As far as I can tell, oh, that looks good. No FOD. My band. All looks good on this field.
Good. And I'm gonna move down. Okay. Just removing my electrical on that outside. That red's right in the way. And the good pins. EMI band. No FOD. Good connector.
Copy, those are good inspections. So, Nick, if you need to, you can release those TA clamps. If you don't, you just want to restrain the connectors clear of the work site.
And that's enough to do. Perfect. That's good. All right.
Okay, and once that's good, both of you can get out your PGTs, and we'll work to release these bolts.
Good work. Right.
37 minutes into today's EVA with the great side-by-side view of NASA astronauts Nick Hague on the left and Sonny Williams on the right in their helmet cams as they work on today's top first task, the removal and replacement of the rate gyro assembly number 2, which helps calculate rotational rate data and the rate of change of the orientation of the International Space Station and helps better calculate that orientation. This rate gyro assembly number 2 originally installed back in September of 2009 as a part of STS-128 and Space Station Assembly Mission number 17.
Cappy, for both of you, the RGA bolts can be released and installed simultaneously and in any order. Just prior to that last bolt, just make sure you guys are ready because the RGA will be free after release. When you're ready, you can...
Copy. Might be discussed, Sonny. Let's go ahead and let's do the first one, Simo. I'll make sure that I'm in a good spot.
And for both of you, we're expecting 10 to 14 turns, and you can release bolts.
Okay. Torqued out.
And a great view there of the tools being used to release the current rate gyro assembly unit in preparation for the removal and replacement with the backup unit.
And guys, for order of ops here, we have Nick, you releasing both of your bolts on the aft side, and then Sonny holding on the last bolt to have Nick stow his PGT so he's ready to take the RGA.
Okay, our bolt is out.
Okay, I'm working on the lower one now.
12 turns.
Copy, Sonny, 12 turns on the nadir bolt.
Okay, 12 turns on the Zenith, 11 turns on the nadir aft bolts. So release.
Copy, 12 and 11. Nick, you can stow your PGT and then prep just to take the RGA out of its location once Sonny drives that last bolt.
Yep. Okay, Sonny.
I'm on the last one.
Yep, I gotta put this PGT away.
Ready for me to continue?
And bye.
And then, Nick, for you, I have a warning. There is a pinch point. You want to keep your fingers clear of the gap between the RGA handle and the truss during RGA removal and install.
I'm not done yet. Ready?
Yep, I'm ready for you to release.
Okay, 11 and 11. Sorry, 12 and...
Right now. Okay.
And a great view there of the release of that rate gyro assembly number 2 from the view of and perspective of NASA astronaut Sonny Williams, who just released that last bolt. And it's currently in the hands of NASA astronaut Nick Hague just across her field of view. And the replacement unit, this RGA number 2, will help calculate the rotational rate data of the International Space Station. For Sonny Williams, she is currently inside the S0 truss of the International Space Station, which is quite near the midway point of the backbone of the structure of the orbiting laboratory.
Cap removed, good pins, no FOD.
Copy the inspection.
Cap removed, no FOD.
Copy, good inspection. And Sunny, if while you're waiting you want to set up your PGT for the install, the settings will be Alpha 6 clockwise 2.
Hey, Alpha 6 clockwise 2.
Now 43 minutes into today's EVA and the first planned task of the remove and replace of the rate gyro assembly. The assembly unit number 2 has been removed from its original position aboard the International Space Station on the S0 truss, essentially the midway point of the backbone of the orbiting laboratory. And you saw from the helmet cam of Nick Hague, the NASA astronaut, that he was beginning to uncover and bring out the replacement unit that will go in its place. And this is a view from Sunny Williams' helmet cam. She is inside the truss system and will await the arrival of that new unit. And there you can see Nick Hague just across her field of view as they now begin to move the new rate gyro assembly unit into place.
Sunny, we're going to drive the bolts to hard stop 9.5 to 13 turns. And Nick, for you, those settings were Alpha 6 clockwise 2.
The Alpha 6 clockwise 2.
Okay, lower 16 turns. Actual 8.8. 8.3. 16 turns, 8.3.
Copy, Sunny. We heard 8.3 and 12 turns. Can you confirm green light on the nadir bolt?
Light on the nadir bolt.
Copy. Thank you. That's good bolt.
And my nadir bolt is installed. Got 13 turns. Actual torque of 23.3. Green light.
Copy, Nick. Nadir bolt. And Nick, if we can have you verify, we want to verify that you're not in the Bravo setting still. It just seems like the torque is a little higher than we were expecting.
Yep, I was in Bravo.
The zenith bolt is 12.4 turns, 8.5 on the torque. Green light.
Copy, Sunny. That's a good bolt for the zenith. You can stow your PGT and hold for a second.
Roger.
Okay, working on the last bolts. The 6,
And Nick, if we can have you pause for a second, we might have you back out that lower bolt.
Okay, got one turn on. Pausing.
That's fine, Nick. We'll just have you hold there. Copy on your one turn.
in a position for the connector. I was wondering, because I was like, it's hippie girl.
Kicked a lot harder than I was expecting.
About that APFR.
It starts easy and then just hangs up hard, or does it just kind of slowly build up?
Stop.
Yeah.
All right, Nick, I have some words for you. So we're going to go ahead and back off that nadir bolt 1 turn. So you're going to set Bravo 6 counterclockwise 2, and then just looking for 1 turn, and then we'll reset and drive to our stop.
Bravo 6, counterclockwise 2, 1 turn only.
Good readback.
Res. It's 1 turn.
Cappy, we're going to set now Alpha 6, clockwise 2, and then you can drive to hard stop.
Alpha 6, clockwise 2 is set.
Yes, can I start working on the nadir electrical?
Yes, Sonny, we're just going to have you stand by until we get this bolt drove.
Okay, Jess, I got good green light, 6.2 actual torque, and 1.03 turns. That's the wrong setting. It was on Alpha 4. Want me to hit it again to raise it to the 0.3?
Stand by, Nick. We're talking. And Nick, you can just switch up to Alpha 6 and then do it one more time for us.
Okay, Alpha 6 is set.
Just over 50 minutes in today's EVA task, as you hear and see the work being done by NASA astronauts Nick Hague and Sonny Williams on attaching the replacement unit of the rate gyro assembly unit number 2 that measures the rate of angular motion of the International Space Station, making sure that the torque and all the proper settings are correct for this replacement unit.
Okay, Jess, good green light, 8.2 on the actual torque, additional 11 turns.
Copy, Nick, and can you confirm green light?
Good green light.
Copy, that's a good vote. You can stow your PGT. And Sunny and Nick, we are go now for the NZGL connection. So again, just looking for a good inspection. And then Sunny, if you want to work nadir, that's P678 to J671.
Okay. Good inspection before.
Good inspection on my connector. Pins, no fog, good EMI band.
Copy, Nick, and you can connect the aft as well. That's P680 to J673.
Copy. Made it over center.
Copy.
Made it over center on the nadir one as well.
Not quite over center.
Copy, and to confirm, the TA clamps are still closed.
The clamps are closed. We're still working on the nadir.
Push that. You can push it from your side?
Yeah, I'm going to reach in.
Your confirmation of good bolts to connect the new rate gyro assembly unit to its new position in the S0 truss of the International Space Station, and now NASA astronauts Nick Hague, which that is his viewpoint that you are seeing on your screen now, alongside with his partner for today's US-91 EVA, are connecting or reconnecting the rate gyro assembly.
It's still got to go up, so if you can just push on the back shell up as hard as you can. Almost there.
Boy. How do those two sides look on that?
The sides?
Yeah. Is there any gap in between them?
There's no gap. It looks like the soft dock was aligned. We've got the back shell most of the way up. Just a smidge short of
over center.
Yeah. I'm going to get rid of this DRT. Closer.
Over center now.
There you go. That's it. That took no force once you got it there.
Yeah, had to get upside down to do it.
Outstanding. So they're both made it over center, Jeff.
All right, awesome work. All right, with that, guys, the RGA install is complete, so we're moving over to cleanup now. Sunny, you can egress the truss and check your safer handles down, and then you're going to go retrieve your crew lock bag from the starboard feeder cart.
Work.
Nick, for you, we're going to relocate the bag ret from the spare RGA to the failed RGA zenith of you.
Okay, cover that.
And Nick, once you do that, you can then disconnect the other RET that's on handrail 3519, holding the failed RGA, and then stow the failed RGA in the lower U-bag.
You found me.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, you got the moon behind you too. I'm gonna keep moving.
Got it.
This is Mission Control Houston. As you've heard, the first task of today's spacewalk is now complete. The replacement of a failing rate gyro assembly, RGA number 2, has now been replaced with a new healthy unit. That task completed at the 56-minute mark into today's spacewalk. And the Attitude Determination and Control Officer here in Mission Control has been given the go to power up that new unit.
Yeah.
Nick Hague and Sonny Williams.